No.
Nah, he ain't got it. He work.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
I can't.
3,
I couldn't hear
2,
me.
1.
Hey, Kim, can you make sure Kalia's mic is straight for me, please?
Have a try now.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
There we go.
I think mine needs to be a little bit louder. Or am I tripping? How do I sound for y'all?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, it's lower. Speak, Mike.
Yo.
Speak, Dave.
Hi.
Say yo.
Yo.
Speak, Mike.
I think
It's lower.
It's a little lower. Yeah.
All right, you guys are live. You want to start it from the beginning?
Nah, you good. We good right here.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. We just had a little mic check. 1 2 1 2. That's it. Nothing crazy, man. But what's good, y'all? It's your boy Swole the Poet, man. We back. We took a little week hiatus, man. You know, we had to let Kim do his thug thizzle real quick, man. He does so much for everybody. He had to take time for himself. You know what I'm saying? So, Kim, if you want to give yourself a round of applause, you got that button? You got that feature?
Of course.
Can I get a round of applause for you, Kim? There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We appreciate you, Kim. Thank you. But it's your boy Swole the Pole. I got my lovely ladies in the building with me. Ladies, go ahead, introduce yourselves. Stealing some grapes.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? I am Authentically Dej, also known as Dej, also known as In Her Sense podcast, available on all platforms. But yeah, that's a little me. A little short, little bio.
Hey, y'all. It's Leah the Muse, a.k.a. Leah the Muse. I'm happy to be back.
Your ass is silly.
Yerp.
I'm the silliest out and unserious bunch.
But what's going on though? How y'all been, man? What's going on with everybody?
Man, speaking on how niggas is doing, shout out to the different moon placements that's been in placement for the past like 3 days. Moving into Cancer, moving into Pisces.
That Virgo full moon.
All
Big
of
Virgo
it
energy.
has been so honestly transformative, healing, empowering, at least for me. Sitting in my solace, sitting in my own time type shit.
Can y'all get more into that? Because I really don't understand it. I know what I be spitting my chart, but it's like, that's it. I really don't understand.
Chart?
Like, I could tell you all the 3 shits.
Oh, no, that don't have shit to do with that.
But yeah, it do, because my moon is a Cancer. But I want to know what that means, actually, since we're going into Cancer season. And if that means, like, I'm going to go through a switch or something, or... That's what y'all... Well, not Cancer. Y'all just said something about Cancer.
The
moon. I'm talking about the placements of, like...
is not a Cancer.
So if my moon is a Cancer and the moon's going to Cancer, does that affect me?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm asking. How? Like, I want to learn. Like, I don't know. Y'all just jump me.
I don't know.
Nigga, I don't know.
So it will honestly depend on a specific transit in your chart. I don't know that much about reading charts. I'm getting into it. But I do know that each full moon has an impact on you, and the themes of the moon is like to release and to let go, to release, to let go, to start anew. And whichever sign the moon is in, it kind of takes those qualities. So we were just in the Virgo full moon, so it was the themes of like organizing your space and reviewing the systems that you live by and seeing if there was anything you can fine tune. Right. You know, those very structural Virgo qualities. So yeah. But yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
My Virgo full moon was great.
Mhm.
You know, full moon energy
Mhm.
lasts for 7 days. It lasts for 3 days before the moon peaks at full, the day of, and then 3 days later. So I started feeling the energy a few days before the shadow period. And then in the midst of the shadow period, I did a ritual, like a manifestation.
What happened?
I'm sorry.
Nigga started buffering.
Your ass is
I did
silly.
just buffer
Buffer.
in real life, like no
Buffer.
shade, and we caught that in 4K.
No, she was
But
buffering.
Your ass got going on.
no, because I was just thinking like, damn, I just said ritual on this motherfucker. I hope
Yeah,
motherfuckers don't
you
be
over
like,
here.
the devil.
You only like.
Oh,
I
brother.
mean, you know, are these grapes too? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They look a little intimidating.
Those are not grapes. That's a cherry.
Nigga said our cherry's great.
I didn't.
And you
I
said,
couldn't tell.
mhm.
You said, This was a genuine question because it's in a box full of grapes.
Please.
You don't really do. I've never seen.
I want to
you do
get
this
a little
before.
more of that.
You never seen what?
You always just keep it grapes. You don't usually mix it with the cherries.
Bro.
Yeah, that's true.
No, she don't use the mix it with the cherry.
You don't use.
Y'all don't know me.
Okay. Anyways,
Y'all don't know
so
me.
my phone was great, like I was saying. I did this. I went to this full moon circle, kind of like meditation space, which was really, really nice. I went to the one in January too, and I was like, oh, I gotta come back. It was really dope. They got free massages for the ladies. We did like feather play just to like tap into our senses, a lot of womb healing, breath work and stuff like that.
Why don't be no free massages for the niggas?
This space specifically is for women to learn how to receive.
Why ain't done
To
no spaces
tap-
like that for niggas though?
I don't know. Talk to the niggas. The women organized it. Talk to the niggas so they could organize it for you.
How would you feel if a nigga
I don't know.
organized that?
I feel like that's among the thing of like. I feel like something of that nature could only be organized by the woman because they're like naturally true nurturers and they know the healings and the methods. And I just feel like a man organized that takes the authenticity away, and we would ultimately fuck it up. It wouldn't.
I
serve
disagree.
It wouldn't serve its purpose. I'm not saying that it
I
can't
feel like
be.
a man in his unhealed masculine, yes, but a man in his healed masculine will be able to handle it.
I feel like the perception around a man centering that will be like zesty as hell.
Damn, because like a free massage sounds
What?
great. Like I wish I could go get a free massage.
Yeah, and I only say that because of the aspect of the hyper masculinity, like a black man curating something where black men receive. I feel like the immediate like hyper masculine perception would be, oh, this man is curating this. This must be like some gay shit type thing. That would be like the hyper masculine type of
Unhealed masculines.
That's what she was just referring to. So,
And that's my last one because I need to talk.
I'm babysitting.
You know, we all have masculine and feminine energy, right? Some men, we all, for the most part, exist on average, exist more in our masculine than in our feminine, because our masculine is rooted in a lot of the things that the patriarchy and capitalism was built upon, and that's that go-getter, hustle hard, you know, provider type of mindset, hyper independence, but still providing for your family, etc., etc. Even women, and that's not even the balance that is aligned with the laws of nature, I shall say. Everyone's energy shall be balanced within them, their masculine and their feminine energy. And that balance materializes however that person wants that to materialize. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men live in an imbalance in their masculine energy. They lack the feminine energy that needs to exist within them so that they have that balance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I will give this shit gay or we will fuck it up. And it's like not somebody, a man who has his healed masculine and healed feminine and it's balanced out type shit. But the purpose of the space is to allow women to tap more into their feminine energy. Because it's, especially as Black women, we live in that masculine energy space. We're hyper independent because we were kind of forced to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a space for Black women and women of women, period.
Can I debate that real quick?
Wait, let me finish my statement and then you got it, gang. So essentially the space is for women to allow themselves to receive. Like they wouldn't even let me get up to get a fork. Like, no, someone is going to get it for you. Someone is going to bring you your tea. They're bringing you your things. Just relax and just exist here and receive what we have for you type shit. It's very intentional. Go ahead.
Like,
what are you debating?
Not necessarily how I feel, but I feel like one could argue that, like, when you say that women have to be hyper independent, it's like, I mean, one could argue now for today's generation is that that's a choice, not more so something that you have to, which is also kind of ties into the, you know, dismantling of the Black family, the emasculation of the Black man. Right. Like, there's no room for men to be leaders. You know, women want you to already come figured out, rightfully so. I do agree that as an item, when you guys come together as two individuals, that, you know, at least mentally you need to have some form of understanding, being able to communicate effectively and be able to at least provide for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, I get it. No, you shouldn't be with no bum. I don't say that for anybody. But, you know, it's like the whole building thing. It's like, I guess speaking from a man's perspective, it's like you got to already come packaged ready. Yeah. Like there's no room for you to be flawed in certain areas. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everyone just wants the Birkins, but they don't want to go through the 40-hour weeks to get the Birkins. You know what I'm saying? Like it just, and that's just putting it like in an example. Cause it's like, men would like for you guys to, I would argue men, especially Black men, would like women to be less hyper independent. You know what I'm saying? But, because it doesn't make us feel secure. Now, it's not saying that, like, oh, a nigga feel like he can't be a man, but it's like, in the same breath, that's really what niggas are saying. Like,
so why are men so opposed to doing for women? Like, why do they shun women who are like, you want my time? You want my attention? Like, show up. Provide for me.
Because I think providing is always synonymous with fiscal, and there's so much more layers to relationships than just providing.
Let it be all.
If you need, but the thing is, it's like, this is where I think people need to, like, this is where I look at the reality of things. It's like, okay, people be like, well, you're pursuing me. If you want to pursue me, then you got to provide. Sure. But first, we're always just moving off a natural attraction. This is why I'm pursuing you initially. Attraction. That's why we're engaging. There's no basis or substance to this interaction yet. Everything has to be proven. It's a proven round for everybody. Like, what makes you worthy outside of you being beautiful for me to just automatically go and be like, all right, every form of providing I'm going to give right off the bat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is that all about? Because if this is just something that might not even work out in the long run, it's like, why am I investing in you like that? Like, you feel me? Like, what's the point? Now, I do believe in courtship. Like, that's a very good part of getting to know somebody. And I do think, like, there's nothing wrong with going on dates and events or even just outings. You don't have to call them dates. I think people should start more with basic shit, like walking in the park and interactive things where you can talk and actually learn somebody and not just be like, first dates going out to a restaurant is always weird. But you know, like, eating with a stranger, I don't know. But that's what I feel like, you know, niggas look at it like, it's like, all right, you could be worthy of that, but I don't know that yet. Outside of you just being beautiful and maybe the aesthetic of your social media profile that you portray to live a life that may not even be reflective. Vice versa for men. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why is that? You are worthy, but we all have to put the work in too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn, okay, you're cute. So what? Like, meet me halfway.
Right.
Especially as we're learning each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I just now? There are men that are in certain positions and stuff like that, but that's anomalies. Like, that's like what every 1 in 10 men probably has the bag to just come off the rip and just spoil you with all this shit. But outside of that, that's not norm. Unless maybe you are a high earning woman and then you're in that field and you're around those kind of people. But then that's the life you live. So that's different. But I'm talking about average people that make average money, that just doing average shit. Like, you have aspirations too. You're not even where you want to be yet, but you want me to, well, let's come back down to earth and meet each other where we are.
Yeah.
And grow together, because that is eventually how you get the vacations and
Right,
it is
yeah.
that if that's the things that your heart desires.
Right.
Yeah. So I agree to some extent. I feel that
Can I put this on that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my like thoughts together. Because they're forming a little slower than normal.
That's okay. It's been a minute since we've been back, so we gotta get some rust off. But it's not to before you go though. I want to say, like, it's not like I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Because y'all are worthy. Yeah, definitely. Like, that's not the thing. But it's like, I feel like maybe you could say it's social media, but everything's just been oversaturated and kind of blown out of proportion. And I feel like we need to bring back realism to relationships.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up, because that's exactly the point I wanted to start with and I forgot. I essentially wanted to say, like, I did say provide in all of the aspects, right? But instead of it being like I'm gonna buy you the bags and I'm gonna be there to support you emotionally every single day, and I'm gonna like tend to you in all of these different ways up front, it can just look like we're having conversations often. I'm lending you my time. We're lending each other our time. That's one aspect. Okay, I want to see you. I want to see you. I'm preparing it, and I'm paying for it. I'm providing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely steps, but that's the first step. And taking that position as the masculine of what it looks like to be in harmony with the divine feminine. Because the divine feminine, somebody said this analogy, and it was like the divine masculine is the vessel, the divine feminine fills it up. So it's like the divine masculine is the tangible, the divine feminine is like the spirit type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're bringing that with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I show up, I'm not just showing up as this pretty person. I'm showing up months of hard work on inner self so that I can show up this confident, can show up this radiant. You feel my energy when I walk in the room. That's not on accident. That's work. Me being here is literally the present. The presence is that, because it took a lot for this presence to be meeting you here in this space type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that spirit. That's what's filling the vessel, the tangible. Now, I do agree that the shit got blown out of proportion. Because there's motherfuckers who aren't even tapped into their divine feminine, who hasn't done the work with themselves. And it's not saying that everyone doesn't deserve that, but it is saying that likeness attracts likeness. That's where motherfuckers be getting they shit skewed up. Likeness attracts likeness. How are you on level 2 mentally, aiming for a level 10 mentally, physically, and financially? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do the work within yourself to be able to attract something of your likeness type shit. you can't demand shit out of a level 2 like-minded man of the shit that you would from a level 10, because they haven't even done the work within themselves to even be there to even give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit.
Because it's like you got expensive taste buds, but you live a poor life. How's that even work?
And it's bigger than just financial.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That mental shit is real shit. Like, you can talk to somebody and be like, oh, like, y'all know. You'll talk to somebody and be like, oh, mentally, you just not there. You're not there.
Crying at womp.
What do you have to add to that, Dage?
I'm kind of sleepy, so I was trying. I mean,
can you put your glasses like not face down? That's been making my skin crawl this whole time.
I appreciate you for telling me that. Yes. That's probably why they look like that.
That's why mine look like this. I'm scarred.
Glasswares
is a tough task. Honestly, I feel like y'all said y'all piece. I agree with both of y'all. Honestly, I don't want to like regurgitate everything that everyone has said.
I mean, but maybe you could offer a different perspective.
Right.
What is the perspective to add to
a masculine presenting feminine?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
like
a different perspective.
Especially like in the like, what is it like when it's a same sex relationship? Like, how is that dynamic? Even if she could present mass, but still be in her feminine. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way she physically appears, but her relationship, her person could be alpha, and they appear femme.
Yeah.
So how does that approach go? How do y'all lead? You can answer to this too.
That's a question that you could answer.
Like, how do y'all lead with that? Like, how do you determine?
I don't think I can speak on it because this isn't something that I was tapped into when I was in my relationship with the woman. We didn't really do gender roles at all. Yeah. Type shit. But yeah, I did want to actually.
Off of parents though, I like. I saw gender roles just
I know
ignorantly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
when I was really all
right, silly.
Right. I think for me, like I assumed the gender roles because I thought that would attract the certain woman that I thought was attractive type thing. I didn't necessarily feel confident or like comfortable to be in my true like feminine state, being a bad bitch, and then just having another bad bitch next to me. It's just like, damn, you really gotta like also like have the aspect of men being approaching both of you, or sometimes the other person, or sometimes it's you, and you having to fight that off all the time. And then also you still trying to give that person the space and grace to at least network or have a connection with other people that are of the opposite sex type things. And then always the assumption that you and the person are just friends type thing. And that can really impact your psychological mindset of what the relationship consists of and a reality perspective. You like, damn, are we just really friends? Cause
like, why motherfuckers looking at us like
this? Why motherfuckers actually looking at us like this? Like, what?
Or are you with me and you doing something to make it look like we friends? Like, what the fuck? Like,
exactly. Like, is
you're not walking close enough?
Yeah. Like, is this like from the outside perspective? Do we both look uncomfortable in this sort of energy that we're engaging in with the both of us because we're both trying to figure out who is the more masculine? And if I am the person that exists more highly in my emotions, which are more so like a state of, you know, being super sensitive or being reactive to certain things or crying or shit like that, niggas gonna be like, oh yeah, this bitch is mad feminine. Fuck out of here, wimpy ass nigga. Damn, like you wimpy as shit, nigga. Fuck out of here. You ain't no masculine. You fucking crying.
Diary of a wimpy kid.
You sensitive as a motherfucker.
Hey
like,
guys.
Yeah.
I have a request.
What?
Yeah.
So bear with me. Okay. I'm gonna try to explain this. It's like very just concrete. The way this shit is set up, I need to sit back.
Why did I know that she was gonna say something?
No,
about that?
listen.
What's set up?
Just listen. So the way this
Bro,
part is
come
set
here.
up.
You small as hell.
She
Just
said-
come on.
Oh yeah, you want to feel more
Come
in?
on.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not that. It's
It's her
literally
legs.
like when I sit
Legs,
back, I have to
legs.
sit up, but then I don't have back
The
support,
arch.
and I can't sit up.
You want to come sit next to me or
Come on.
Mike?
I was gonna just ask for one of y'all mics since it goes off of the table.
Yes.
These don't move?
Yeah,
I can do this for
Yeah,
hours.
just move this right here. Are you going over there with Dave? All right,
I
fuck you too.
really
then.
just want one of y'all mics because I want to be on my own side. No shade.
What you mean one of your mic?
You don't know what the fuck you want.
Yes, I do. Can I switch mics?
Oh, crying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause these joints don't got the extendo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I get what you're saying. You should just said that.
I did.
Hold on, let's whoop that right. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I wasn't giving up my mic. That's the Virgo in me.
Boo.
I already look.
Submissive.
I scooted over. I said, please come join me. You didn't want that?
You didn't. No, I didn't.
So therefore,
though.
that was my offer.
Yeah.
My
But thank
offer.
you for the offer. It's just not
You're
what
welcome.
I wanted.
Thank you for the acknowledgement of my offer.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's all we wanted.
this does sound
no,
a
he's
little
not.
off.
Oof.
Like it doesn't sound as loud. Like I heard what you heard.
Yeah.
I hear
It
you
sound
though.
better now.
think.
It sound better.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a lot better.
Yeah.
Thank
But,
you.
Yeah.
You was spitting though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just dealing with that. Like, I remember my previous ex-girlfriend. We were in, where were we at? Right there where the baseball stadium is. I forgot what that area is.
Goddamn the battery.
The battery. Oh my god. We was at the battery and we was walking across the street going to Fat Tuesday. And this nigga rolled down the window and was like, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know the Bible.
Oh wow.
Y'all don't know the Bible. Y'all is sinning. Like, damn. Walks to Fat Tuesday. Gets a drink. Like, as I walk past the same area where he said, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, damn. Niggas really be judgmental as hell. Judgmental as hell, but it also, like, in the return, like, why'd you say that? Like, what about what you saw was like, damn, let me let these niggas know that they don't know the Bible. But the same perspective, if I was with somebody else, wouldn't be the motherfucking objective.
Yeah.
Niggas wouldn't say anything. If I'm dressing in, like, if I had a motherfucking taper, my nigga, motherfucking taper right here, goddamn, with the locks and shit, and sag my pants, would the nigga come up to me and say that I needed to know the Bible? Or is it just the aspect of what you see physically and you associating two beautiful women and being like, nah, that can't coexist? And then throughout your relationship, you're consistently having people say that cannot coexist just because how it looks on the outside.
Because y'all are too pretty for each other.
Yes,
Like.
essentially. And it's like society living in like a patriarchal society of where it's like niggas gotta be masculine and masculine looks like this. Like masculine is supposed to look like this. It ain't supposed to look like this. It's not supposed to look soft. It's not supposed to look endearing. It's not supposed to look nurturing because that's not what it is. It's just like this. Head ass. But that is very counterproductive because that impedes on the masculine experience. Like,
it's really envy though. And I feel like that's just rooted in the male gaze naturally.
Yeah.
Just thinking like it is actually the very reason is because y'all are too pretty for each other. That's how niggas feel.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say that.
Yeah.
But it's like it was like shit. Niggas already feel like damn. Like
yeah.
That's why we can't get no, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just rooted in you know, self-absorbed.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. Like, there's no basis to that other than that. Because, like you said, no one says that to whether they refer to as a dyke, stud, presenting, and offend.
Yeah. But even, like, if I was, like, overly stud or whatever, niggas would be like, you trying to be a man.
Yeah.
So it's just like.
So it's like you lose.
Yeah, it really is. But to be honest with you, it's like I don't think I've ever like got offended by men. Like I think they respect me. Like I don't think they've ever like came off the wall or off kilter and be like, you act like a man ever. Like I don't know, but that's pretty much because of just me being balanced in both energies and being able to like execute both of them in a comfortable type of manner. But I can't say that that's everybody's experience because you know what I mean.
I always love joking and telling my stud dyke friends that they acting like a girl. It was just always fun to me. You act like such a girl right now.
Yeah,
like, tighten up, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. But it's just poking at them because it's like they're still very much you believe and all that shit. Like it'd be like I almost get fucking shot. I'd be like, oh damn, you do get a motherfucking period. God damn, Nick. Like I just it's crazy. And this is like far left because this is like a whole nother different subgenre, a part of y'all community. And I came across this one dude. He's trans. Well, she is he now, and he is pregnant with his second child. But at first I was like, "What the fuck?" But then I'm like, "Oh, okay, duh." Like I'm like, "Duh," but it didn't register at first. But I'm just like. That's crazy because he looks like a whole nigga. Right. But is having babies.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like, at least for the trans experience, they don't necessarily cut off their genitalia. It's just more so.
Yeah, but it's like ultra confusing because it's like at the same token, it's like it's like they're presenting man, but they're like it's also not. They're also gender fluid in their sexuality choices and who they date. They date both men and women. So
that's
it's like
the point, though.
You know what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
It's to fit in no box. That's the point.
Yeah, but people just boxing. Okay, if you want to be trans, it's because you want to be a man and you're going to date women and women only.
No,
they feel like it's counterproductive. Like you went to become a man and then still have intercourse with the man.
Because I seen this post and it was like you get so deep in the gay community where you just fuck with everybody in the gay community. And it really do get to that point. Like that's where I am. Like that's why I'm pansexual type shit. Because it's like I love everybody.
So you would date a gay man?
Yeah.
Sorry. I wanted to laugh this whole time.
Date is hilarious. Why are you laughing? Dave?
Yes, I would date a gay man.
We love that. Would you date a trans man?
Yes, I would.
We love that. We love that.
But all of that to say, damn, I forgot what I was. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
What did I say?
This has something to do with you didn't say fluid, but it has something to do
okay, yeah. Like it's like motherfuckers outside of the community would try to make it make sense to them. They're like, that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you go from being a woman to a man just to date niggas? Or just to date like it doesn't make sense. Like why would you not? You know what I'm saying? Like you could have dated niggas as a woman. Yeah, it's like I didn't want to date niggas as a woman. I wanted to date niggas as a nigga. Yeah, like it's a different experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the exact point of it is for it to not fit into any category. It's just very fluid.
I don't, and also like a big thing that people don't talk about in the LGBTQIA plus motherfucking community.
They add a letter every year. God
damn.
They don't really talk about like the severe mental health issues that niggas have. Like
severe
goddamn mental health issues. Because like to think about changing like your overall bodily function and taking medication for it to change, to have enough willpower to cut off your titties or have titties, to change your genitalia. That's like not a light process. Like that's not something that you just, hey, you know,
that's
I'm gonna wake up. Surgery. Like that's a big psychological type of shift that you have to make, especially if you go into like you're transitioning to a whole nother gender, and now you have to associate yourself with the roles of that specific gender while still maintaining the innate roles that you have within you based on how you were birthed, which is like niggas don't talk about that. Niggas just talk about, oh, you niggas is gay, y'all fucking. But I don't talk about like the severe mental health issues that have, and then on top of that, you still being rejected by an outside community while still being in the community. So it's just like, I feel like that's the biggest issue, and I feel like that is essentially the question that we should be asking ourselves, especially as a person that is in the community, has had doubts, battles of just like trying to understand my sexuality, and also just like maintaining the balance and staying holistic to like family traditions or cultural perspectives or religious beliefs or spirituality connections, and still operating in that is just like, damn, that's a lot, while still maintaining my own trauma, trying to unpack that, trying to, you know, relate that to how I associate myself in relationships and how I associate myself in interpersonal relationships. That's all psychological, you know, which ultimately impact the ways in which that we engage in relationships. But niggas be off kilter in that motherfucking community. So
well, I be saying too, where you gotta kind of be careful with that though, because it's like people already think that you being gay, trans, whatever is an illness. So it's like, oh, you even admitting to it causing mental health problems is just gratification and you know, making oppositions feel right in their theory. Like, yes, you're right, it is mental health because it's a mental disability. Like, you're not supposed to be that way. You know, when it's really just a feeling. I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea, but if I want to assume, you know, that's probably just a feeling. It's not a mental, but that's where it could get tricky, because it's like now with that, y'all don't even know if you could go to motherfuckers authentically unless they're a part of that community,
right?
Because they're gonna be trying to damn near heal you to correct you to how you supposed to be, quote unquote.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like transitioning your gender is like, that's next level psychology, in my personal opinion. Like, that's,
are you attaching a positive or negative experience to that, or you just
I'm just attaching an experience to it, because like it's just an experience. Like they typically have to take hormonal drugs, well, not even drugs, but medication to change aspects of that process. And you know, that's why oftentimes it's documented, but like, what is the internal like brain chemistry that is being altered? Like, what does that look like in a scientific aspect of it? Like, is the medication like being tested? Like, what is it being tested on before it's being, you know, released? You know, like I guess like, what's the Scientology behind it all is like also a deeper question.
Yeah,
but that's neither here or there. We could switch the subject.
Yeah, you know, but shit, I mean, y'all people need to know.
Yeah.
You know, what this platform is to inform motherfuckers, and in order for us to even, you know, fight the bigger battle, we got to start understanding each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though I am straight, like, it is, in a sense, like, if I call you my sister or my brother, it is my business to kind of understand you, so I could love you properly in a way that doesn't offend you or make you feel less than. Because by just also staying avoidant just keeps brewing ignorance, and we don't make any progression.
Yeah.
It's like, so that's why I do ask questions. And I know it might sound ignorant, but it's because it is, because I'm not educated on it.
Right.
I don't understand. Like, for me, like, before I really met people, yeah, you know, like, I was just like, well, you could ignorance. Like who you like, but I feel like, you know, you're born to be who you are. So it's like, cool, if you're a girl, you're a girl. You can be a girl. You could put on clothes, and you can put on boy clothes, you can put on girl clothes, whatever, but you don't have to change your gender. But as I get older and I was looking stuff at light, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. Like, Cause I know when I feel deeply about something, can't nobody tell me how I feel. I feel like that's the same thing, like, yo, bro, like, at the end of the day, like, you really can't tell nobody how you feel. As much as you wanna, unless I put your heart in mine on some John Q.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, man.
My son.
That's the problem with the world.
Mm.
Trying to tell motherfuckers how to feel. Like, even people in the community will tell you how to operate in the community and how to feel about the community. Like, damn. Goddamn.
Exactly.
Like, I be telling them, like, I hate sometimes, too. I feel like one emotion, though, that, like, people got to stop looking at so negatively is anger.
Let's talk about that.
Because it's like, it's a natural feeling.
Right.
I'm not crazy or I'm not wrong for being mad or upset about something. I don't always have to pretend that it's okay. No, this pissed me off. I need some time to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm angry right now and I want to be angry.
Right.
I don't want to be happy. I don't want to fake it.
Right.
I'm going to get out of this when I get out of it. And that's a part of being self-aware. I feel like instead of being like trying to fake it and then move on, like when you're really pissed off and all you're doing is just now you're being fake.
It's suppressing it.
Yeah, like when motherfuckers be like, why you angry all the time? Well, maybe there's a deep reason why they're angry all the time. And that's okay. And it's like, now understanding your anger is having control of your anger is still the way of having control of your sadness and all that shit. Like, you still can't just, somebody break your heart, you just can't just go show up at the door and just be crying all willy-nilly. No, you gotta have some decorum and cry in your safe space. So if someone piss you off, no, you just don't go punch everybody just because you're living through your anger. No, that's not the message I'm trying to put out there for the ignorant motherfuckers. Like, no, but
go
it's
punch
like,
everybody. If you're mad, be mad.
but like my bro the other day, like, you know what I'm saying, I just got upset and he's like, bro, you don't gotta be mad. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm mad. Like,
Right. Yeah.
and I want to be mad.
Right.
And maybe that sounds crazy, but it's like, no, I'm gonna work myself. Like, I'm gonna work it through it because I'm able to identify what it is that's making me mad. I'm also able to identify that I have a solution to fix it.
Yes.
But right now, in this very moment, it's very present.
Yeah.
And as much as you're speaking positively to me, I receive that. I
Right.
do.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck right now. But I will give a fuck later. Just let me get the later.
Yes.
Like, sometimes, like, I'm gonna take it in, but I'll just be like, all right, I really don't care, but I hear you. And people will think that's dismissive, and it's like, no, that's the truth. I'm not dismissing you. I'm acknowledging that I hear you, while also telling you I don't give a fuck right now. But I'm receiving what you're saying, and as I calm down, because I received what you said, I'm gonna listen, and then I'll come back to you and let you know, like, hey, I know I had a moment, but you was right. And I feel like we gotta respect that with motherfuckers too. Like, if a motherfucker don't care, then you should stop pushing that. It's not only stresses, and it's like, all right, you don't care right now.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right now. That's the key word. I do care.
Just not right now.
Just not right now.
I'll care later.
Yeah, and I just feel like people, like, I don't know why people, like, that's a part of your emotions. Like, you don't live this world and not get angry. That's fake. That's not real.
Right. Yeah. Like, what?
Especially if you're black. There's no way you.
Like,
Can I speak on that?
Yeah, go ahead. You have a piece of gum. You want to share with the class? Gatekeeping gum is crazy.
All I hear is, that's all they gonna hear on stream.
Hey, I'm finna start doing that and selling them.
You gonna do
them
like the motherfuckers on Split in Half?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Fight to the finish.
You know, like the motherfuckers do on TikTok when they be doing the like. What do they call it?
MSR.
MSR.
So
I be like, yo, bro, this is some freaky shit.
That's how that man sounded yesterday.
Maybe that's the kid.
No shade.
Arnaz from 101. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, that shit pissed me off.
He was like, yeah, baby, I'm gonna put it back in.
I'm like,
I'm
like, bro, you gonna do that and he really gassed you up, set the stage for you, and you just, I was just thinking about perform. I was just having flashbacks to Panic.
Yeah,
that nigga
he was like on him like that time.
The thing is, I'm not gonna talk down on him because talent is there.
Yeah.
But performance is one thing, and that's a lost art.
Yeah.
let me get to what I'm saying before I lose that shit game.
All right, go ahead.
So, like I was saying. So, like I was saying.
Get your freaky ass off.
Okay, for real though. I definitely agree with your point of like not suppressing your emotions and allowing yourself to really sit in them, you know, because the emotions teach you things. One thing I can say is that we don't have health, it's past not even just not having healthy coping mechanisms, but just having a healthy relationship with anger. And how you allow it to move through your body, how you allow it to materialize. You know what I'm saying? Because me being angry can easily look like, okay, let's say my charger isn't plugged in, right? Everybody in the house always use my charger. And today, when I need it, it's not plugged in, even though I always tell them to turn my charger. I'm upset. I'm also upset because I just worked this long ass shift and I'm fucking tired. I go and get my charger. What the fuck? Where's my charger? I'm pissed. I'm screaming. I'm yelling at everybody. You know what I'm saying? When it easily could be, I don't have my charger. Whoever has my charger, give it here. Y'all don't get my charger no more. Because when I go for it, it doesn't have it. And I'm very fucking angry right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and letting a motherfucker know. Because what it easily can give is projection. What it easily can give is projection. That's the biggest thing. Motherfuckers project with their anger a lot more than they realize. And that's when that shit be getting toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, live in it in a healthy way. Express it in a healthy way. And acknowledge and tell and create the narrative that allows you to not sit in your victimhood after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I recognize I'm angry right now. I'm angry right now because of this. I'll get out of it. And when I get out of it, this is what I'm going to do. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? But create that reality so you're not just sitting in it. Or when you get out of it, you shutting yourself off from the world. Trying to create this fake cage around yourself so you'll never get back there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not healthy either. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the workplace. Like the other day, I had an instance and one of my managers did something that a few years ago I probably wouldn't have had my job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have, like them old folks, I would have tore a new one up in her. I swear. But
show you right on.
I took the GM, I talked to him in the office, and I said, look, bro, not like that, but I'm like, look, whatever y'all just did really made me mad. I do not appreciate it. I work hard, but I'm not above coaching or critiques. But there should always be a conversation. Because every action has a reaction. You understand? And I'm doing my best to stay calm. Because essentially what they did something that were kind of played with my money a little bit. And now, granted, did I make a mistake? Yes, I did. So I'm not a fake storyteller. I did make a mistake. But when they approached me about the mistake, I received it. What infuriated me was the chance that I wasn't afforded wasn't granted to show that I received it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you told me that, said okay, and then you take something
like it was no warning.
Yeah. Like what the fuck? Like, don't do that. But I was proud of myself though, because I ended up making a lot of money that night. Because I had that moment. I was able to express it and they received it as well. And I even with the person who made that decision, I texted them after the shift and I let them know like, you know, I understand your purpose and, you know, I received that. I don't think you did anything wrong, but this is how it made me feel. I'm just passionate and emotional and I have my moments and I'll let you know. Like, I just prefer that if there's anything, just go about it this way, and we'll be cool. Like, you know, I'm not trying to challenge your authority. I'm not trying to do none of that.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man, and respect is mutual.
And you're a
There's-
human being.
Yeah, there's no
You're not
hierarchy.
perfect.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's another thing about the anger. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, why would you act like that? Because I am a human.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
Y'all
right.
take shit. Y'all eat shit. I don't. Like, no, I'm human, bro. I don't like how you said that.
Right.
I don't like how you did that.
Right.
Oh my God, don't do. Why would you say that? Because I'm human, and that
Right.
shit hurt my feelings or it made me mad. Like,
Right. Yeah.
like what the fuck? It's got to be more of that. Like,
No shade. My granny calling me and it's her birthday today. Can I
answer it. Come
Yes,
on,
come
tell
on,
Granny we on the stream.
Hello.
Hi, I was just getting ready up.
Hello, Granny. I'm on the podcast, so everybody can hear you. Say
Happy
hey.
birthday, Granny.
Happy birthday.
Hello,
Granny.
Granny?
Biscuit.
What you say? I'm trying to hang up.
No,
No,
don't hang up.
We trying to tell you happy birthday.
Don't hang up. Hello.
Oh,
They said happy birthday. Say it again, y'all.
Happy
Happy
birthday, Grandma
birthday.
Biscuit.
aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
How it feel to be 21?
Oh, it's great. They already said I was 18.
Oh yeah.
She 81.
What?
So she 81.
You said they ID'd you at the bar. They carded you for the first time. Don't hurt them now. They said you had your good dress on.
Oh, all right. I love you, Biscuit, and happy birthday.
Take care.
All right.
And I got to call KK because I didn't get to talk to her. She called me. So I'm going to call her now. Khalees there? She gone?
No, Khalees is at home.
Oh, okay. You're not at home. Okay,
Yeah, I'm
all
not
right.
at home.
I'll talk to you, dear.
All right,
Okay.
love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That's your
Khalees.
mom's mom.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my granny. She's got so much life though. She got so much life ahead of her.
That's my blind granny too.
Blind.
She 100%.
Yeah, you know
blind,
what
but
you
she
lose
don't
in one,
never
you
stop-
gain in the other.
She don't stop living. Girl.
She might have lost her sight, but she going to gain some years in life.
Okay.
I'm telling you, they don't take one thing and not give you another. So,
Okay. She definitely be working that motherfucker. She the VP of the Blind Association.
was she always blind?
Mm-mm.
She just went blind recently.
It just kind of deteriorated over the years. Like the last time she drove, I was like 11, and then it just kind of, even after that, she could still see. It just was not good enough for her to be driving. But now she can't see at all. At one point, she could see like through a straw, like that's what it looked like, her vision. But it was like blurry and like a straw, and then it just, kind of closed up.
Shout out to Granny, man.
Yeah, and
She
lived
probably
by
seen so
herself.
much she need them eyes to rest, man. I can't imagine what she's seen.
Okay.
At least she ain't gotta watch this bullshit no more. I tell you that,
Okay.
and I be like, maybe this is the Virgo in me. Like I be thinking, like niggas be looking at people with disabilities when it's like actually, at least they don't have to like endure this bullshit. Like a blind motherfucker probably has it the best. Like all you have is your imagination, and that's the best place to live in.
Right.
When you think about it and you put it in perspective, because what you see is the things that scar you.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, motherfuckers. I decided to, like, when I build my home, I'm gonna have especially for my kids too. What is called when you go like a destroy room?
A panic room.
A panic room. When you're gonna fuck shit up.
That'll be fire.
Like you should go in the panic room, get your anger out, because you're not gonna be fighting your siblings. Shit like that. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes in the panic room.
Come out and
Shit.
meditate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit. But it's like the release, cause some like motherfuckers like.
Yeah, you need that.
Like when I was younger, I was a puncher. Like punch walls, lockers, shit like
you
that.
look like your strong body. Big Punisher ass nigga.
Man, I remember one time I got sent to the office though, cause me and my girl at the time, she had did something, and I punched the locker, and everybody just kind of got like scared. and I didn't really understand it at the moment.
Mm.
But I guess maybe I was showing signs
Maybe
of a future
yeah,
abuser. You know what I'm saying? And they called me in the office like, so Mr. Weems, like, what's going on? What made you punch the locker? I'm like,
Cause you
I was
pissed me
like,
off.
yeah, he's like, that's not effective ways. I'm like, man, yeah, whatever. But I wasn't really hearing that. But it's like, the thing is, even though I punched the locker because of her, I wouldn't punch her. And that's how I looked at it.
Right.
Like, I'm actually not crazy because instead of punching you, I'm gonna punch this.
Right.
So how do
Like,
you
so I
feel-
actually wouldn't like. But I didn't see how that could be scary. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, have I ever what?
No, I wasn't gonna say have you ever. I was gonna ask you something else. But go
No,
ahead.
ask it.
This isn't the stance you had when I told you about motherfucking punching the door.
What was this?
December.
Not as no grown man. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
what?
talking about when I was 16.
Okay.
Wait,
I'm.
what?
This
No,
guy was
nah.
dating
Yeah,
punched
no,
my door. And
no.
And I told that nigga he would never see me again, and he ain't never seen me again. I was telling Mike about it. He had
Because see,
sense
at
of
this
it, so what he
age, you
saying.
should
He
be
punched
well
your
aware.
door
He punched my door in my house.
Like,
Why?
and that's a
'Cause
heavy
he got
door.
upset.
At you?
Yeah, because we was arguing.
And the thing is, he's not wrong for punching the door. He was wrong for doing it in front of you. Like, you could go release your anger, but like doing it in a sense like that as a grown person, as an adult, shows a lack of like mental fortitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that at my big age now, being aware of how it could be presented and make other people feel. I'm not saying I ain't gonna punch something, but I'm not gonna do this in front of you because I don't want you to feel secure. Like the shorty I talked to, like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time we was getting into it, whatever, and she was like, when I talk and I walk around,
Mm-hmm.
it makes her nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to make me mad. Like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I can understand because she's small. I'm a little big. You know, I'm bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it may be experiences. Experiences shape perception.
Mm-hmm.
Could be triggering. You know, it's like certain things. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and really, it's like I'm walking because my anxiety's up and I'm
Right,
trying to
yeah.
get shit out.
Yeah.
But maybe I do need to, you know what I'm saying? And it's just meeting people instead of just being stuck in my way. Like, oh, you gonna have to get used to it. It's more so like, all right, but I'm still might have to use my hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like something's got to be moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't mean to scare you. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Like, I'm not about to attack you.
If motherfuckers could understand that things are not personal most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like if someone doesn't do something that makes you feel good or that's aligned with your experiences, doesn't mean that they're innately a bad person. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or that they are specifically trying to hurt you. You know,
Yeah.
it could really just be this is the way that they've lived their life. This is the way that their experiences have shaped their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like you're walking around because you are anxious and she's like, oh my fucking God, just making her anxious type shit, you know? Y'all got to learn each other instead of it being like, oh, he scares me. It's like, does he scare you or is this thing that he does because he's anxious because you know him, because you talked about it, makes you anxious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
But then when they don't fix it or try to, that's
Right.
when you know.
And I remember it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that like that just kind of further validates like people don't really allow people to have those human experiences. Like people think, oh, because you have, you're able to profess that you are spiritually inclined and you're able to be intelligent, intuitive, and quote unquote high vibrational, and just all these big, positive
big
words.
things.
You know everything. You just walk and you never get mad. Like, why would God give us an exorbitant amount of emotions not to feel them?
Right? Like, motherfucker, I'm flawed too.
Right. And then, but in terms of, their experiences, it comes from a lack of being able to express emotion. So then further judging your emotion because of the exorbitant amount of emotions that you're able to feel, at one time. But like, I can relate to your experience a lot because I know, like, I definitely have the capacity to get angry. I definitely have been an angry person, and sometimes I be wanting to feel my anger, but to your point, I just feel like it's important to have that moment of anger and needing to process that in your own space, because counter transference is real. You know, and in reality, it's like being present in that experience with someone else when they are angry may be draining, like emotionally. Sorry. No, like Quinta.
But looking at the hotels.
That's why that's his name, though.
La Quinta is crazy.
That's the story, but we.
It's giving low grade.
That y'all want
The
the
It's
facts,
story?
giving
though.
low grade.
You want the story?
I'm just saying, La Quinta is giving low grade.
Yeah, that, is it?
He's
it low grade?
actually not a low grade nigga. He not, but it's
So
just
why wouldn't you call that nigga Hilton?
Right.
so
4 seasons.
Right.
No.
La Quinta calling again.
That pride kicked in. That's why you only let it ring once.
It was something in the water. The very first something in the water, and he took me there. And he was like this. He had this hotel membership or whatever, and we were staying at the La Quinta, but it was off of the beach, so it was like, you know, like a decent view with a stage and all of that. But it's like, okay, it's just one of the hotels on the beach, but it's still a La Quinta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was like, oh yeah, they da 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 da, like he's sprucing it up, and we pulled up on the La Quinta. That's what the fuck you been talking about? And I talked to my mama about it, and she just started calling that nigga La Quinta, cause she was like, that ain't.
Nah.
When we went
That's
to
like
Miami,
Red Roof. Like, you know, I'm sorry.
we
Not
went
Red
to
Roof.
Miami with my
Please.
family and stayed at the Lowe's, like the biggest hotel on the fucking strip. She's
Right.
like, he's not showing you shit. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's
Like,
okay,
he's-
Mom.
But it's funny because I ain't talked to this nigga in like 3 years, my old sugar daddy. And he just randomly reached back out to me. I told him I let him know when I was free to talk. And the nigga just called me out of nowhere. That's why I'm like, okay.
Period.
Yeah.
Come on, La Quinta.
Like, but back to the aggression shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause sometimes a motherfucker, you just want to scream. Like, life ever just been beating your ass, and you just like, you just want to die. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like on some movie shit. Like,
I literally just did.
like Trey on
Off my
Friday.
balcony.
And you just want to scream explicits.
Yeah.
But I remember one time, this is when I knew too, like I actually really needed like to calm down, cause like I didn't punch, but I grabbed somebody aggressively, cause we was on a yard, we was at quads, we was in a circle, we was drinking a little bit, a little joint that wasn't even my joint. We was just talking, and I don't even know if we was on good terms. Wait, hold on, before we go, I'm gonna get to it in a second. I'll get to it in a second, but before. Yeah, so my mans that she didn't know was my mans pulled up to her. And normally anytime I'm pee, I would have kept it cool.
Right.
But I'm like, as they talking, I like, yo, like I ain't gonna lie, like I like, you know what I'm saying? To the point where her friends was like, whoa, and I'm like,
Not them doing too much. Well,
I yoked her up though, like, yo, you got me, like you got me fucked up. But Dage was very much there during my I was an emotional roller coaster for sure. Like Dage used to have to kind of like tell me like, do you remember?
I feel like I remember this. That's why
Like-
we said, I'm
like-
like, hold on. I feel like
Yeah,
I
Anger
heard the
Street.
woes.
Like, nah, but not even in this situation, just in general. Cause like, I don't know, I love so hard, and when things didn't go my way because I have trauma and shit like that, like it could get a little out of control.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we was walking in Ettrick from like the little community center to like one of the buildings, and we was talking about, you know, one of the Johns that I was fucking with, and we was just like, you gotta keep your peace or something along those lines. Like, Dage was there, she was telling me just to chill, like, and I just was like, and I thought that's why she was just laughing right now, because she was just remembers how off the wall I really used to be like, you know what my alias is in Panic? Big Mad. But
Big Mad is
my
hilarious.
line name is The Hype. And I feel like that's so, like, when I look back at it now, it's like very accurate. Like that's really real as shit. Like, it's in the same breath, I could be the light of the room. And I could dim this bitch down real quick. It depends on which version you get from me, but I like to move more in positivity. You know, I'm throwing that. I feel like when you're speaking to the Virgo Mule, my shit was trash. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't benefit from it. But maybe because I wasn't aware in that realm to receive it or to know how to get into that energy.
I wouldn't even say
Well, let
that.
me not be that dramatic. It was an ass, but I don't know. Life for me is just still. Just still. Like it's not bad or it's not good either. It's just I feel like I'm just in a trance, fighting each day to get to my true purpose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
to get to it or to like to
not really
to
to get
learn it?
not to even to really like to get to it, because it's like I know what it is and I know what I got to do to get there. But it's just like it just feels like each day just feels like one long day.
Yeah.
That I just wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep.
I see, like
You
a
know?
loop.
Have you ever?
I just feel stuck in a loop.
Have you ever seen the Truman Show?
The Truman?
No.
Yeah, I've seen it once.
What is it about?
Basically, this man is living in a reality TV show, but he doesn't know it, and it's a play on reality for real. In terms of what's conscious and what's not, and what's believable and what's not. And I feel like it's just like a very trippy mind perspective, especially feeling like you in a loop of just waking up every day doing the same routine. It's like modern day slavery as well, waking up and doing the same routine.
It feels like it, and it's just like you know, it's like
got Jim Carrey. I definitely gotta watch it.
It's like it's not like I'm not happy, but I don't know. It's just a lot of changes going on. Some unexpected, some some expectations not being met, which dampen it. You know, you build yourself up, and then disappointment greets you. So now you're back at ground zero with your whole process of dealing with your emotions, because you just feel like life is not giving you a fair round. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But but on the same token, it's like having to remain in that humility aspect of understanding what I have and being grateful for the moment and just for life itself every day. Even if I'm waking up in a loop, at least I'm waking up. You know, so it's those small things. At least I got motivational and supportive people around me, you know, to help through the trance. So it's like those are the things too that kind of keep it even killed. You know, I'm just the realist though. Like I can't. Well, I've been told I'm not faking the funk. Like some days I feel good, some days I feel like, but that's just more so because of the expectations and goals I've set for myself, and just also too just combating the economy, like trying to get that good footing and catching up with the recession, and getting above the inflation, and just so I can do the things I need to do for not only me but the people in the community, loved ones, etc.
Yeah.
Like that's part of my frustration. It's just like, yo,
right,
I need to get here now.
Right.
Like this shit is dying each day. Like the world is getting crazy. The world is crazy as fuck. Yeah. Like it's actually almost like we're on the verge of a purge. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like a purge is very much something that'll be. I could like I can see crime getting so bad that one day the government's like, yo, we're just gonna have to give these niggas a day. We're gonna have to give these niggas 12 hours. Like, please, for the love of fucking God. That's how they're gonna say it in their voice. For the love of God, please, guys, just don't do anything. 364 days of the year. On February 29th, which means it won't even be every year. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna allow y'all to just go ram shit. You know? And then, you know, that could be part of their plan to really kill us all. Right. You know, because when you looked at it, who was the only one safe?
Right, because they had bunkers.
Mm-hmm. Like, why is Mark Zuckerberg building a bunker?
You said what?
Why is he building a bunker?
Oh, to protect himself from a potential asteroid that might hit Earth type thing.
And why don't we know that?
Oh, because we not.
We don't know that.
Yeah, cause,
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like,
Yeah.
but that's the thing we should pay attention to. It's like, well,
Right.
shit. Now we should figure out how we can build bunkers. Because if the richest motherfucker is building a bunker,
yeah.
We need to be on that.
what you think we doing in the projects? You
But
think
it's
we
also
safe?
like niggas have been putting in movies like in terms of like an alien invasion or some sort of catastrophic. Not even. I don't even think it's like even catastrophic disasters anymore. I think it's just more so like planetary type of things. Is that the right word?
But I mean, shit. You saw? Did you read that
Yeah.
article about what happened at Miami at the mall? And then shit. If you want to even go back to the plane incident with the lady,
Yeah, what she saw and you
she
never
saw.
her
She
again.
saw what she saw. The fuck. That nigga probably was on some shit.
Right. Yeah.
And because, demonic spirits and shape shifting and all that shit is real,
Right.
he probably looked like a regular citizen by the time
Right.
it's the fucking game. But I'm not about to sit there and try to break that and do any debunks of the myths. But if you have no proof, like if you did the drug test, she wasn't on no drugs or nothing like that, then and she don't got no signs of schizophrenia or anything like that, it's like she getting spooky.
For sure.
And then this presidential election is really about to set it off.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So Donald Trump won presidential Republican primary in South Carolina for the whole state, obviously, but that's pretty big in
That
terms
doesn't
of
surprise me.
yeah, like but it's South Carolina, and he's still able to obviously run for president.
The thing is, this shit is just so perfect for him because we're in such a recession and inflation, and Trump is the money man, and he changed everybody's lives with $1,200 checks. Like, this is the perfect time for him to get reelected. He has to be the first nigga to get elected, lose the second one, and then come back. Like,
right, yeah.
but he's gonna get elected again. So I want niggas to prepare themselves. Like, he's gonna be president again
For sure.
Yeah.
because like niggas is not. Because I'm sorry, and I don't want him to be, but I don't want Biden to be either.
Right.
That nigga Biden is not even functioning correctly. Like, these motherfuckers 80 years old. Like, and he want to keep going on this black press run. Like, this not the oldest trick in the book. Nigga went to a black man crib in North Carolina and got a cookout. Couldn't get my niggas Bojangles.
The fact that they had that whole sit down with him, it irked my nerves.
Bro, like, what?
So the pandering was just so bad
Like,
because
nigga,
the first off, the dad facilitating the questions was crazy. Like it was a Socratic seminar. It's fucking crazy. Okay, this nigga saying, "Tell him about what sports you play." Nigga said basketball. Now tell him how you doing in school. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I want to be a such and such. What the fuck type of questions
like
are those?
This,
y'all niggas is eating hush puppies and shit, and some chicken
$6
nuggets.
tray that niggas only eat when we drunk.
So
we don't even eat cookout in the daytime.
Right? How like humiliating and degrading, and like just in terms of how you view black people, like it's just like on the same connotation. Like I would have received the same message if he was in an Atlanta lounge and there was hookah. Like I would receive it in the same way because at the same time it's just like that's a very degrading sense to be like we gonna eat cookout. Like you wouldn't do that with a white person at all. You wouldn't have Subway sandwiches with them.
And cookout's not even black owned, nigga.
Right. And then the dad's questions blew the shit out of me. Cause you really sitting there pandering to that man.
Are you basically trying to say, nigga, we are bottom barrel? That's why we eating cookout on national news with the president.
Yeah, and
that's why the president thought it was acceptable. Because if he went to a motherfucking white person's house, they would not be eating no motherfucking cookout.
Right. Yeah, that was definitely a pander to make black voters feel more comfortable and
Mm-hmm.
relatable and say, well,
Put them in the house.
you
And
know,
to me, with
Biden
Biden is just too many fallacies. Like the whole loan shit is a debacle in itself.
right. I remember niggas was arguing me down because I asked like, okay, so what is the plan that the Biden administration has for black people? And they were like, he has his whole plan online. He has it on his website, which fair enough, he did have it on the website, but it's like you've been here for 4 years and you have not necessarily implemented it. And in terms of like giving some funding to HBCUs, it's like it's only typically to the same few HBCUs, and it's like
that's the bare
skew
minimum
of thing is just like just because you're like putting money into an institution that was founded by the same institution that is ran by the government, like no shade, no tea. Love Spelmanites, love them down. But that school was literally founded by the last name Spelman, who was a white woman. Like, hello? That's why it usually receives like a lot of funding specifically.
Speak on it.
So it's just like,
I mean, if you
it's
want
like
to
regurgitating funds right back into the mouths of those people because the institutions are basically receiving government funding from themselves.
Yeah, and Mississippi just passed some type of legislative or type shit where they have like 6 Mississippi universities that they have on their list to shut down. And the one is Ole Miss, but that's not going to happen. They're not shutting down Ole Miss. But Jackson State was on there.
Wow, are you serious?
Mississippi Valley.
Wow.
University of Mississippi from women. So all these black, like, yeah. And you already know they have a whole other scandal too with Brett Favre and all that shit.
Yeah.
So
this is like they're merging the smaller funded like homegrown black dollar being put in the institution versus the institutions that have an influx of the white dollar. Because Spelman wasn't shutting down. Spelman is not shutting down.
And this is my thing, bro. Like, you can't tell me LeBron James can go and make our promise and we can't go and fund HBCUs off the black dollar.
But my thing about LeBron's I promise is he's not like the 100% shareholder in the institution. He's just like the name of the, like, he's the person that's like the face of the brand of the institution. Like, that's the same thing, even though niggas hate Dr. Umar Johnson, like, he ain't built his goddamn school because, like, he's not, like, receiving alleged funding, you know, and he's obviously trying to build up his school from a sense of, from the black dollar.
Yeah, he could have just easily got a
grant. He could have
grant.
easily got a grant or submitted himself to the white indoctrination and got their dollar, but that would have to change the whole entire philosophy.
And a lot of black successful people don't want to face the reality that by following the line with what he's saying would be taking a hit to their financial gain.
Right.
And no one's willing to risk their success for the greater good of the people.
No.
And that's the main problem, because when you look down at it, you'd be like, damn, me being this wealthy, I'm actually a part of the fucking problem.
Exactly. And it's like other nationalities literally do it all the time. People literally come here to this country, will stay with their mother, father, grandmother, auntie, uncle, and their siblings, and stay in one house, one big ass house, single family home house, and stay there for years and stack their money and be driving Teslas. Or even, like, you know, if you're an immigrant and you're coming from South America, you know, your family's gonna help you migrate over here, tell you where you need to go, tell you the routes, tell you who to talk to, who to connect to, what state to go to, just a whole sense of community. But in terms of us, we've sort of become susceptible to a certain identity of now we in competition with each other. Now we trying to flex on each other. We're trying to, you know, one up each other. We're trying to tell each other, you know, you need to heal this way, or you need to do it this way. You're not this, you're not that. It's like, damn, there is no love really authentically within the community that we're supposed to be sharing with each other. So And I think that's one of the biggest problems is like the lack of community that we have with each other. Like niggas assume that you have to agree with people's perspective, but like you don't. Like it's okay for Candace Owens to have a different opinion from goddamn April Ryan. Like it's okay for them both to have two different opinions, but we don't need to annihilate and degrade both women just because they have a different opinion from you. Like we will be more successful if we allow both women to engage in conversations and be a part of the community versus trying to tear it apart and say, you know, we need to be like this. So the black Democrats, they over here, and the black Republicans over here. But it's like white people come together, Republican or Democrat, all the time and facilitate their money within their community all the time. But we have to have a separation of powers, which is very crazy and a backwards mindset. It's like how you fight for segregation and then segregate yourself from each other, essentially.
Right.
So
yeah, but it's
Hmm?
slavery.
yeah, slavery.
Shout out Black History Month.
Yeah.
But you know, this was a very insightful and, you know, conversation. I enjoyed the conversation today. It's calm vibes. I feel like it was very informational. Touched on some shit. You just gotta get the people the real. We'll bring back the shenanigans soon come.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
Shout out to all you guys who subscribed. You know, the network page is almost at 1,300 subscribers now. We was just fighting for a man. That shit is just taking off. So everybody make sure you comment, like, subscribe, follow your boy, and Swotopoet _ follow at Full Circle with 2 E's. You know, don't want no copyright infringement. Playworld.visions. I think that's it. Shit, goddamn, all of them. And then, ladies, go ahead, give them your handles and everything, and maybe something insightful you want to give them on the way out.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, I'm Dej. Authentically Dej on Instagram.
Y'all gonna see Deja a lot more
See.
often. She's just tired. She work hard. Go Queen. Come on, Ms. Muse.
Hey y'all. We are here. Follow me at Leah the Muse. And I want to say to the people,
Yeah.
to be gentle and gracious with yourself and with those around you. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Kim, you can take us out, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shit.